Here we are at Wat Pa Klong Sip Et, and this is December 2024, and we're about an hour's drive north of Bangkok, Thailand, in the Pathum Thani province. Now, this is actually quite a popular Wat, but we're visiting it on a weekday. And as you look at the parking lot, you see there are a lot of vehicles here, but most of the people are inside the main temple building doing meditation.
Oh, they are so
One
big.
activity that's important for many of the Thai Wats is the action of feeding these fish. These are the equivalent of pet fish, a mixture of uh, actually catfish, and it looks like we have some very nicely, brightly colored carp. Now you'll notice these fish are very tame and they're quite large, and they've probably lived here for a long period of time. Now, we're going to visit the building, which is in the middle of this large pond, and we're going to talk about that. Now, here we go. This is the Naga Buddha. Now, it symbolizes the protection of the Buddha by the Serpent King, Muka Linda, during his meditation. So here we see this very elaborate serpent, multi-headed serpent, that's protecting the Buddha during his meditation. Now, Naga's origins can be traced back to ancient Indian mythology, which this serpent is depicted as a powerful and multi-headed serpent associated with water, fertility, and protection. And actually this pond that's around this building and the serpent is really supposed to symbolize a river. Now here on this platform we do not wear our shoes. So that's one thing, that you have shoe racks at both ends that you leave your shoes. And of course the floor is highly polished, it's very clean. And here we see different people coming to meditate and pay homage to the Naga Buddha. Now here in December in Thailand, there's very little rain. We notice that the level of the pond is right there with the level of the platform. And that's one thing about Thailand, is that the water table always stays real high. So that's the one thing we do not lack in Thailand, is water. Now, often on a weekday, obviously, it's not real busy, but on a weekend, you'll see lots of vendors and lots of people visiting the Wat. Now, these are actually offerings. So you actually purchase this offering, and then you can make that offering formally to the Naga Buddha. Now here's something interesting. Many of the Hindu gods, Ganesha is one, he's the elephant. His favorite drink is Fanta, and we see all of those drinks there made as offering to Ganesha. And of course here is the vendors. They're selling the incense, selling the flower offerings, selling the drinks that you can consume yourself, or you can make them as a formal offering. Now I do notice that what happens, especially in the busy time, those offering tables can get crowded real quick. So they actually have attendants that will carefully clear the offering table to make room for the new offerings. And no, they do not recirculate or recycle the offerings. So once somebody purchases an offering and makes that offering, then that, of course, is discarded, and a new offering, when you purchase one, is then you place it on the offering table. That's your personal offering. So it's quite pleasant today. A lot of places to sit and relax. And again, on a weekend, there would be lots of food vendors there. Now, we did notice that the parking lot is quite full, but the people are actually inside the main building, which we'll pass shortly, and they're actually performing meditation. And here we see the grounds. You'll notice as you look off on the distance, this is very flat. And here we see the pond. Every time you walk up to the pond, you'll see a group of fish come because they believe you are going to feed them. So they're watching for you. And there we see our multi-headed serpent depicted. Now as we walk along, we did notice that there is a gardener that has a gasoline-powered pump that is pumping water there from the pond to water the plants. And this is, of course, the end of the rainy season, so we're in the dry season. Here we see the meditation building, and as you leave the meditation building, they have a series of free drinks available to you. And here we see the parking lot. Now, there's actually a much larger parking lot behind this.